everybody. Welcome to Under the Arch Sports. My name is David Woldingen, and today we're talking Mizzou recruiting. However, before I do that, please remember to hit subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page, Instagram page, as well as X. Now, we're in the big recruiting stages here in June and July, if you will, right before fall camp is going to start back up here, which is only like a month away, I believe. But in the meantime, over this last weekend, Mizzou had around 27 recruits on campus for some official visits, some unofficial, I believe, uh, as kind of a big recruiting weekend. A lot of talent, a lot of big names on campus. Um, but we do know one thing. During this process, Mizzou was able to get a commitment out of at least one recruit, and his name is Mark Manfred. Uh, little information about Mark is he's from Marietta, Georgia. He's 6'3", 180 pounds. He's a three-star, and contrary to a lot of three stars, he has a massive offering list just in terms of who offered him. But before I go through all that, he did take official visits to Cincinnati, Ole Miss, Miami, and of course Mizzou. He had offers from Auburn, Clemson, Florida, LSU, Michigan, North Carolina, and USC. Those were the most notable ones, but he had a pretty sizable list as a three-star. One that kind of would make you raise your eyebrow. Um, got a chance to take a look at his film. Some key notes in this one is the first couple of highlight videos in his highlight film that he had out was of him returning kickoffs and punts for touchdowns and huge gains that put his team in really good positions. The first thing that told me is the dude has speed. From there, he showed a lot of man-on-man coverage video early on in his highlight video, where he had some really good pass breakups. Again, the speed was very noticeable in the sense of he was able to stay with his man, was never really fooled by any of the routes. The guys he was covering ran and was able to stick and put himself in good positions. He always had his head on a swivel looking for the football once it was up in the air. Um, Always was able to seem to be able to read what the offense was doing. A couple things that tells me is he was really well coached, really well prepared for each game. Looked like he put in the work to recognize the type of plays the offense was running. Um, and at the same time, he was able to adjust when the ball is in the air in order to make deflections. He had a couple interceptions in this highlight video, things like that. Continue on with this highlight video, he was able to show a real good ability to read again the offensive plays that were being run and recognize whether it was a pass or a run. And if it was a run, he would immediately stop covering the receiver is doing and flow towards where the ball was. There were numerous videos where it showed him filling a gap as the running backs were getting to the second level, and he was able to put a stop to that to keep large gains from happening. And then at the same time, there were plays where he was in the backfield making tackles for losses. Um, but another, so I mean, he's shown the ability to read the offense, make quick decisions, decide whether to stay with this coverage or if it's a run play, ditch that and fill in where he needs to fill in and make sure there's not a huge run that goes against the team. And then finally, the other thing I noticed is he was able to shed his blocks. Whether he was on the outside, they had him lined up like a linebacker a couple of times. But in the SEC, when they run those quick out bubble screens, kind of from the old Big 12 spread offense type days that you saw, Mizzou runs them too. Those quick outs for 3 or 4 yards and the receivers are blocking. That ability to get off the block and make a tackle, make a play, make a tackle before a huge gain happens is key to our defense. And it stops those second and twos and third and like it stops those first down large gains is what it really does. So having that ability is going to be huge for our defense. His size, his speed, I'm really excited to see how he develops. And it's just a typical type of cornerback that Drink likes to recruit. Long, tall, big, just a solid all around player. And I can't think of any better guy right now that we could get just off what he was showing in those videos. Um, so I'm really excited to see what he can do for Mizzou. And if you guys get a chance, check out his commitment video. Uh, as I told you, he was on campus with about 27 other guys during a recruiting visit, and it looks like they all celebrated with him on the field at night when he made his decision to commit. So, I mean, that might be really good news in the sense of you might see some more of those guys follow suit. They could be delaying just so they can make their own videos, whatnot, announcements. But good things are happening at Mizzou, and we'll keep you guys updated as we have more recruiting news. Until then, thank you guys for watching Under the Earth Sports.